This is a video playback of today's undocking Space Shuttle Atlantis, separating from the International Space Station at 3:24 a.m. Central Time, a few minutes ahead of their planned undock time, just to ensure optimal lighting for the activity. But this again, the separation of the two spacecraft as they were making their way over eastern New Zealand. This is a view from cameras that are mounted on the exterior of the International Space Station and being downlinked by that crew, which is continuing with their activities. That undocking marking the completion of 8 days, 16 hours, and 7 minutes of dock time between the Space Shuttle and the International Space Station. On board Atlantis, Dan Tawney wrapping up his long-duration stay. As an Expedition 16 crew member, he had 107 days. He was on the International Space Station for 116 days after arriving on October 25th. Once separated from the International Space Station at a distance of about 400 feet, pilot Alan Poindexter maneuvered the Space Shuttle into a fly-around of the International Space Station, completing a complete lap around the International Space Station, providing some good views of the orbiting complex with its new module, the Columbus Laboratory. Once that fly-around was complete, they've since conducted 2 of the separation burns, continuing with the phasing of the Atlantis, moving it away from the International Space Station. It'll ultimately reach a distance of 40 miles apart or behind the International Space Station, and then they'll move into preparations for the late inspection, a final chance to use the shuttle robotic arm and the orbiter boom sensor system to get a final look at both the wing leading edges as well as the nose cap area and ensure there hasn't been any damage from MMOD or micrometeoroid and orbital debris to the critical thermal protection system.
Air to ground 2, sorry about a little ratty com there. We will need to mask IMU-2 with an item 25 on spec 21.
Okay, here comes the item 25.
Ready.
Okay, and Kevin, I'm not actually showing anything in the 4-digit byte column. I guess since it's in standby, we'll still mask it, I assume?
That is affirmative.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, and a couple more words on the supply wastewater dump. We will need to wait to the time in block alpha to start that, and that's just for relative motion with ISS.
Thanks for the reminder, Kevin. We reviewed item 2 in the flight plan revision, so we were all set for that. We just wanted to get into attitude, so we'll be ready. And understand it's just supply and waste. We're not yet dumping the condensate CWC that we have.
That's good to be back, and we'll plan on dumping that tomorrow. I have some KU playback times for you if you want them.
Oh, that's great. I was just talking to Leland about what we queue up, so go ahead and give me the times.
Okay, we're expecting good KU from 1623 MET to about 1720. There will be a little gap in there from 1705 to 09, but we can give you a call and let you know to pause it.
Okay, that's great. We were trying to figure out what we were going to get down in the 14 minutes available on the flight plan, so we'll queue up a couple of tapes to give you some combination of center line and bigger picture view and some in-cabin.
Okay, great. And we'll have one more little pass, say 18 minutes from 1724 to 42 if we need that as well.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kevin. That sounds like a lot of KU. We'll try to get our best stuff together.
Okay, and just a word on GPC-3. It looked really good during the time it was powered up, and DPS confirms that really shows that what we thought about it was just a condition that is previously documented as a user note. So as expected, and we expect it to be healthy from here on out.
Okay, great news. Thanks very much, Kevin.
That a conversation between astronaut Kevin Ford, who's serving as the spacecraft communicator here in the shuttle flight control room, talking with the Atlantis commander Stephen Frick as they're continuing with activities, now with the 2 separation burns behind them. The onboard crew now turning their focus to their preparations for the inspection. They'll also have an opportunity to replay some video that was captured from the orbiter, and that was of the undocking activity, which occurred at 3:24 a.m. Central Time. This is a replay from the International Space Station being downlinked. You can see the orbiter in the left portion of your view, the robotic arm extended, and to the right, the Columbus Laboratory, now in its new home in space, as well as the space station robotic arm extended on the top right portion of your view.